Hey, we're EGRV. This time we're gonna try to give you some kind of tutorial on how to set up this oscillator, how to connect it from
a quick setup.
Yeah, a quick setup, how to connect your iPad so that it talks with your laptop. So first thing you have to do is you gotta open oscillator, that's the program that you need to translate the OSC that's being sent by the TouchOSC to your computer to your program, which in this particular time we're using Traktor, because Traktor can only accept MIDI. So the oscillator is being used to translate the OSC signal to MIDI, so that way Traktor can understand it. So first thing we do is we open oscillator. Oscillator is actually you can get this at oscillator.com or .net. Which one is it?
.net.
I think it's .net. Yeah, just try both. The program itself, it's a donationware. It's a minimum donation of $20, but you need it, so you have to get it. Or if you're too cheap, you can just use the demo, because the demo is actually working. It times out every 10 minutes, but you can still use it. You just have to click OK every 10 minutes. It's a hassle, but it still works. So anyway, once you open oscillator, you gotta find the template file, and in this particular one we're using our own template. So what we do is we click, once oscillator's open, you go to open, and then you find that particular folder. This one we have this random touch 1.1, which is our version. So inside this folder there should be 3 files, which is one is the oscillator file, and then the other one is the TouchOSC file, and the other one is the PSI file, which is what Traktor is going to use for your MIDI mapping. So once you load up the oscillator one, and then you can open the OSC editor, TouchOSC editor, and then you do the same thing. You open, and then you want to load up that particular TouchOSC template. You click open, and then after that you click sync. Actually, you only need to do this one time, actually, because this is the way for you to transfer the template that you made in this editor into your iPad. Once you do that once, that template will be inside your iPad, so you don't need this anymore. So once you do that, and then the next step that we do is we open TouchOSC.
But sorry, but unless that you want to do something, some modification.
Yeah, if you want to do some modification, and then you always go to this software.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next step that we do after that is we open TouchOSC. Okay, the first thing that we need to make sure is that the iPad and the laptop is actually communicating. So what we do is, once you open this, you should see our computer in here, which is as your host, and then you click in this tab, and then there you go, it'll say found host, and it says oscillator. So that's what you need. And in here it says oscillator is running on 8000, the port 8000, so you have to make sure you have the same port in here. In here it's 8000, and in here, sorry, 8000, so it should be communicating. So once this is done, you go back, you find the layout that you want. In this particular one, there is a bunch that we already have, and in this particular one we're going to use this random Traktor test 3 because we're still working on it, so that's why it's called test. So once you click this and you click done, and then voila, there's your template on your iPad. And then the next thing that we do is you open Traktor. And then once Traktor is open, you want to go to the Traktor preference, and you want to load that particular mapping that we already did previously. So you go to Control Manager, and then you want to go to Add, and then you import, and then you want to go to that same folder that we have earlier. So this particular one, I'm putting it on the desktop. It's very unorganized, obviously. there you go. You have the PSI file, and you want to load this on. I'm not gonna, for this particular one, I'm not gonna load it because it's already loaded in there. So otherwise, it's just gonna be adding troubles with conflict and everything. So we'll just leave it as it is. Once you do that, everything should be running smoothly. You can usually test it, and of course it doesn't work. There you go. Yeah, usually it takes a while to get it because, you know, one thing, the problem with the iPad is because of the glass surface. You know, your hand needs to be like really dry. Once your hand's like all greasy and stuff, iPads sometimes become a little bit laggy, but that's more to do with the surface, not because of the network or anything. I mean, I guess that's why a Jasmine motor that can do the same thing costs $2,500. Well, this costs like $500. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, so once this is working, and then we can test it out. Let's say we'll go with some tunes. You know, and just you pick a tune that you want in here, and you just load it up, and then test it out. There you go. And basically, all's talking, both computers talking to each other, and you're set and ready to rock the night.
Okay. Sounds
Alright.
good. Thank you.
Thank you.